Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I'm here for Peter.
Parker, you perverts.
This episode is very Petery. All right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that gun-toting woman herself. It is.
Hey, y'all, it's Lilith and Hellfire.
That's right, kids. And we're talking My Enemy's Enemy from Web of Spider-Man 97 through 100. Pure 90s, so you know, there's lots of guns and pouches. And yes, kids, Web 100, that cover, yes, spider armor. Yes, we're going to get there. This episode. Because in 94, they would kick you out of the superhero business if you did not have armor.
That's right.
Some armor variant. All right, so. All right, should we jump into this? Because then, after this little hellfire, we could talk about the new issue that came out this week, Gold Goblin.
Yeah, we could do that.
I think, are we caught up on Amazing Spider-Man? I think so. Yeah. Just in time for Dark Web to start any day now. I already saw the thing. I think it said whenever the next Amazing comes out. Yeah, it's Dark Web, baby.
Yeah.
There was a big picture of Madeline Pryor. I'm like, oh boy. All right, but yeah, let's get to this 90s stuff first. All right, so yes, like I said, we're talking My Enemy's Enemy. We're going to unmask the Blood Rose today, kids.
Yeehaw, baby!
I'm not going to say it makes sense, but we're going to get there.
Not that anybody actually cared either, but...
All right, interrupting in this program. Is that your actual wall?
Part of it. That's just one tier.
Oh my god.
You see the box at the bottom? Yes, I took that from Walmart. And then I have another one back. Like, that's like 2 stacks. You can only see the front stack, but that's 2 stacks.
Oh my. So that's actually from your house.
Yeah.
Kids, her walls are literally wallpapered in Funkos.
Just the office.
Oh my. All right, kids. So, yes, My Enemy's Enemy begins in Web of Spider-Man number 97 from, let's see, the 94. February 1993. So, yes, we're definitely entrenched in the guns and pouches.
Oh, yeah.
The title, Opening Volley. Writer, Terry Cavanaugh. Pencilers, Derek Yaniger and Alex Saviok.
I could have sworn we had that drop. But...
No, we're probably to dig for it. Or Ray, send it in, Ray. Come on. Derek Yaniger, Joseph Rubenstein, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Steve Dutrow, not Ditko, Dutrow. Editors Rob Tokar and Danny Fingeroff.
Don't get fingered.
Oh,
you thought that was strictly for the DC feed? No.
Whoa. I don't even need drops for anymore. You'll do them live. Oh, that's right. I just need them for when you're not here.
Exactly.
Don't get fingered.
All right.
Next time I go on vacation, just use the drops.
Vacation. All right. Prologue. On the rooftop.
Detox, whatever, Phil.
Ayahuasca trip, yes. Prologue. On the rooftops that overlook the Hudson River in the lower west side, Bloodrose, here we go, attacks an illegal heroin shipment. At first, he has the element of surprise, gunning down many of the armed men. Unfortunately, a single bullet strikes his armored body. Although it doesn't pierce his armor, it causes him enough pain that he fumbles a live grenade as he falls to the ground. When he is cornered by some of the gunmen, he is saved when the grenade explodes under the pier. Once the smoke is cleared, Bloodrose emerges from the water, relatively unharmed. Woohoo! Saturday at Lilith's house.
Let's just talk about that cover really quick. Like, he is getting a foot to the face.
Not in the face. Yes.
So great.
I know. That's a good cover. Spider-Man.
Honestly, you don't see a lot of guns on Spider-Man covers.
No.
This is Web of Spider-Man, so, anything goes. Like, Web of Spider-Man is the Wild West, and you can't change my mind.
Where you might see, like, high-tech guns, but it's like, it's. Just get, like, a bunch of, is that an Uzi?
These are hooligans for sure.
Oh, exactly. All right. Oh, boy. Strap in, kids. Here we go. Now, at Aunt May's house in Queens, the Parkers are those robots are getting ready for dinner.
Boo.
Because
Richard, what a dick.
Ah.
I invented that, you dick. I was waiting on it.
Oh.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Oh, no. I was going to go.
I'm here for Dick.
Wrong feed. Wrong feed.
But Richard and Mary want to wait for their son Peter to arrive. The father's Richard, the son is Peter.
It's almost like your name is like Richard Dixon or Richard Richardson. Like, that's just a little too...
Dick Peters.
Exactly.
Peter's wife, Mary Jane, remarks that with Peter's busy schedule, she hardly sees him as well. That's when there is a knock at the door. When Mary Jane answers the door, she is surprised to see that Peter has brought along his old friend, Betty Brant.
What's this hussy doing here? Get that puma out of here.
No. You're supposed to leave the garbage at the curb, hon.
Exactly.
Peter was working late at the Daily Bugle and invited Betty to come along.
Look, listen, somebody really needs to take our idea that it was Betty all along. It would fit. She's been there since the beginning. It would fit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey-oh.
This whole Bloodrose mess, it was her fault. Betty wanted to come by to finally meet Peter's parents. And yeah, because she wants a story, damn it. Oh my God, how bad would that be if Betty would have come in? She's like, oh, thanks, we're both really, really hungry. The next day, downtown, Bloodrose contacts the foreigner, oh boy, for assistance on his next strike, the very heart of the Fisk criminal empire. Meanwhile, half a world away, a ship is tossed across a storm raging ocean. Spotting an island, they direct their ship to it, but it runs ashore hard, knocking all the passengers onto the beach. One of the crew members is none other than Richard Fisk.
Another dick in our midst.
Whoa! He recalls how he was shot and left for dead in the waters of New York City by Bloodrose. Remember that episode a couple weeks back, kids, with Justin?
It's just really not going to hold up, but that's fine.
However, Fisk was rescued by some of his men who were waiting in the water in diving gear. He was going to be taken to St. Thomas for medical attention when their ship got caught in the storm. When Fisk wakes up, it is morning and a man is standing over him. The strange man introduces himself as Trench and informs Richard...
Can't relate. You got to kick him out the night before.
Hey-oh. That he is the only survivor on the crew. I'm like, how not bad was that bullet wound if they're like taking him, halfway around the world to get medical treatment?
Maybe it was the mercy bullet. Who knows?
I don't know.
He had to get rid of those bullets somehow, right? They had to end up somewhere.
I'm like, there's no shady doctor between New York and St. Thomas that would take a bullet out.
Well, maybe he was being cheap.
I guess, but
Can't be cheap when you're hiring shady doctors.
no. Oh yeah, in the morning. Well, we'll never do that. All right. While back in New York, Peter is at the Daily Bugle, where he is being scolded by Joe Robertson for monopolizing using the darkroom to develop his photos.
To develop his poopy pictures.
Well, even Peter's like, you yelled at me to take better quality pictures. Now you don't want me using the darkroom all the time. He's like, take your pick.
Joe's just upset. He's got a lot going on right now.
As we'll find out. They are interrupted by the sound of an explosion coming from outside, because it's Marvel, New York.
It could be anything.
I know, they're like all surprised. Shouldn't they be like, it's a Wednesday?
Exactly.
Looking out the window, Joe and Peter are surprised to see the Fisk Tower on fire. I was going to say the Kingpin's not there anymore, or else I'd blame it on a bad burrito. While Joe scrambles to get a news team mobilized, Peter rushes out of the office to change into Spider-Man. When the wall crawler arrives at the building, he hears gunfire and watches a number of thugs come crashing out the window. The wall crawler quickly...
Poor glass maker, window makers and window cleaners in Marvel's New York.
Oh, please, they're multi-billionaires. The wall crawler quickly spins a web net to catch them. The Punisher wouldn't do that. When he swings inside, Spider-Man is surprised to see Blood Rose mowing down the Kingpin's men. When the web-slinger tries to stop Blood Rose, the mercenary tosses a grenade. While Spider-Man is busy tossing it out a window, Blood Rose makes a break for it. When Spider-Man finally catches up to Blood Rose, he has a hostage. Spider-Man calls his bluff by striking the hostage in the face with a web ball at the hostage, knocking him out the broken window behind them and into the web net outside.
He ain't playing around with you, boy. He knows what you did.
A couple of bulls down the gold.
This distraction allows Spider-Man to create a web shield and lunge at Blood Rose. With the wall crawler upon him, Blood Rose triggers the detonators on some explosives he planted around the building. This allows Blood Rose to escape while Spider-Man saves the lives of the rest of the mobsters trapped inside.
I mean, they're mobsters. Let them die, bro.
Yeah, let them get turned into mobster sauce. Outside.
What were the moops?
Oh no. Outside, Joe Robertson has arrived on the scene and, taking a camera from an eyewitness, rushes into the building to try to get some pictures for the Bugle. And I'm like, why is this? This sounds more like Jonah than Robbie.
Yeah.
I'm like, was Jonah busy?
Yeah, he was busy with some young secretary giving him a heart attack, probably.
No, he's busy with Marla.
Even worse.
Playing science. Inside, Spider-Man runs into Robertson and tells him that he needs to get out, but Robertson refuses to leave until he gets the story. Suddenly, Blood Rose comes crashing into the stairwell along with a number of the Foreigners. I'm not kidding, kids. Foreigners, cyber warriors. Because 93 cyber kids. Yeah. So yeah, the footnotes. Yes. The parents are really going to be robots. Yeah, we get it.
Man, that hurt. It did.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
right.
honestly, but like that's the thing. He has so much trauma, and that's what like keeps him going. To give him any kind of happiness, even him and Mary Jane, it's like you never know if they're gonna be happy or in a fight. You know what I mean? Like he just can't have it all. He just can't. He's not one of those heroes.
I know. At least give him the damn marriage, kids. Come on.
It's not cool to be married anyway. So, you know, Gen Z is never getting married. Just like millennials didn't have kids, you know, it's a whole thing.
It's not cool to get married. I know you have the tattoo, Lilith. I don't know. Oh my God. On this, when Betty comes to dinner at Aunt May's house, I mean, she's doing her best Iris, Alan impress. I mean, look, she got the lightning earrings hanging from her ears. I'm like, come on. This looks like comic book Iris. Come on, is she trying to?
Excuse me. She's gone through many iterations though. It's kind of interesting how she's like one of the most enduring like side characters in Spider-Man.
I know she's evil.
She's got to be. She's a woman.
Ooh, burn.
In Marvel's comics, yeah, if you don't have superpowers or super boobs.
And look at them taking the opposite tact of Little Hellfire. You know, the foreigner sitting in his hot tub. There's women in bikinis sitting there. I'm like, those little therapy himbos. On the phone. Yes, bye.
Oh, shout out to the ultimate himbo. Chris Hemsworth is taking off time from acting because he has he found out that he has that Alzheimer's gene.
Oh, really?
It's a ticking time bomb, and he wants to spend as much time with his family as possible. So, like, shout out to the Hemsworths.
Interesting.
Your rom-coms will be missed. I might have not enjoyed you in Marvel, but your rom-coms were hilarious, Chris.
You mean like
You're
Thor?
still a top tier Chris. You're not down there with the Pratts. You're a top tier Chris, and you always will be.
His rom-coms like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well, that too, but he's got a really great one with is it Rebel Wilson? Yeah, it's Rebel Wilson. Right after she lost the weight, I can't think of the name of it.
Oh,
and he also has another. Well, he turned out to be evil, but still, it was great. It was a great turn for him. Like he's done a lot of really cool stuff. So outside of Marvel,
nice.
Everything's coming up Hemsworth too, because Liam's taking over the Witcher role from Henry Cavill. We might be in a Hemsworth Renaissance, kids.
But I love that we start teasing the identity of the Blood Rose here. Cause he has that mask off. It's like, look, it's a blonde guy. It's a blonde guy.
Ugh, that explanation will not hold up. I'm sorry.
I know. Sometimes Ned Leeds is blonde. Sometimes he's got brown hair. Could this be? I don't know.
It's what the kids call what is it? Dishwater blonde. Dirty dishwater blonde or whatever. Like, no, babes, you got brown hair. Just admit it.
Like they say on the TikToks.
No, that's like an old school 90s thing.
I know. All right. Any other thoughts, or should we move on to part 2?
Rolling. Get the podcast rolling.
Look at that 90s cover.
So 90s, it hurts.
All right, so yes, part 2, My Enemy's Enemy, from Web of Spider-Man number 98. There's my link. All right. From March 1993, Uneasy Alliances.
Alliance is a loose word, but okay.
Whoa. Same creative team. During Blood Rose's siege on Fisk Tower, Spider-Man and Joe Robertson find themselves surrounded by Blood Rose and the Foreigner's cyber warriors. Spider-Man tells Joe to run for it just as Blood Rose and the cyber warriors take aim. Thanks to his spider sense, Spider-Man manages to leap out of harm's way at the last moment. We got 50 guys with guns pointed at him. Oh, well, I hope that spider sense is going on.
Yeah, this isn't quite Spider God just yet, so.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
At least it's working this time.
Oh, I hope so. The whole entire room's filled with guys with guns pointed at you. I hope it's going on.
You know, honestly, you never know if the spider sense is gonna work. So
I know sometimes in a story it's just like oh, thanks, spider sense. Like I didn't see that coming. The web slinger then lures his opponents upstairs so that Joe can escape. They manage to snare Spider-Man in an electrified net.
What is he, a butterfly? What is he, Butterfly Man?
What is he, a fish? What is he, a gay fish?
And Kanye never recovered from that South Park episode, if we're all being honest.
Although the web slinger manages to rip free, the electricity has weakened him. When Blood Rose attempts to shoot Spider-Man, Joe Robertson leaps between them. Because of his sense of honor. Oh boy. Blood Rose doesn't kill Robertson and decides that he has wasted enough time on Spider-Man. Who is this, Venom? He orders the Cyber Warriors.
Blood Rose wishes he could be as iconic as Venom, okay? Like, let's be real. Don't you ever.
I know.
Ever.
I'm just saying, I can't kill an innocent. He orders the Cyber Warriors to blast an escape route for him. As they prepare to leave, one of the Cyber Warriors turns to eliminate both Robertson and Spider-Man. However, Blood Rose shoots this Cyber Warrior in the back for disobeying his orders. This momentary delay allows Spider-Man to tag Blood Rose with a spider tracer.
Thwip, thwip.
With the authorities arriving on the scene, Spider-Man gets Joe Robertson out of there. The following morning, Lilith Hellfire wakes up with two people in bed. No. The Foreigner wakes up and is...
I really should like the Foreigner more, but I just...
I know Charlie was annoyed. He's like, the Foreigner, that white guy they call the Foreigner.
Well, to be fair, whiteness is a construct in America. And sometimes you're in the white guys club and sometimes you're not. Like, Italians are a very recent addition. Just saying.
Yep.
And he's German. He should know better. They're a very recent addition as well. In America, at least.
But he loves David Hasselhoff. Get it?
I told you, as someone born in Germany, if it's like by law, I have to love David Hasselhoff. It's kind of hilarious.
The following morning, the Foreigner wakes up and is disappointed that he hasn't gotten word back from his Cyber Warriors. He assumes that they have failed on their secondary mission. He contacts the rest of his Cyber Warriors and orders them to eliminate Blood Rose. He then contacts his current employers, the New Enforcers.
Oh, God, it just keeps getting worse, bro.
Talk about a story that went nowhere. And tells them that everything is going according to plan. They are pleased and look forward to taking control of the Kingpin's empire. 2 weeks later, yes. 2 weeks later, on a remote Caribbean island, Richard Fisk flees from the man known as Trench. However, Trench has mastered this island and eventually catches up to Fisk. However, this is merely a training exercise.
Wait, was his first name Mariana?
Ah. Yeah, I heard he was starting pitcher in the MLB.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a training exercise to get Richard back in shape after getting shipwrecked on the island. Who is this little Hellfire getting a dick back in shape?
Oh no, either you come all the way working or don't come at all. Hey-oh. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Come.
That's right. You gotta bring your A game, kids.
Power of the penis.
Get him in shape after getting shipwrecked on the island. Trench then gives Richard a new outfit and an eye patch to cover his injured eye.
Now that sounds like something I would do, because pirates are.
She went the old wooden leg, boys.
Power of the penis.
I don't want to be a puffy pirate.
Whoa! The white whale. I don't know how there's nothing on this island, but I guess Trench packed a bunch of clothes and eye patches and stuff, and
just in case.
Oh,
always got to be fashionable, just in case.
Yeah. After putting on this new outfit, he tells Trench to stop calling him Fisk, as the name no longer fits anymore.
Ooh.
Or his memory's coming back. That evening, Fisk has decided that after his near-death experience, he has some issues to deal with. But this can wait until he gets back to New York City. With Trench out hunting, Fisk decides to look through his tent to try and learn more about his mysterious benefactor. He is caught before he has a chance to open Trench's briefcase. Making an excuse that he was looking for his old clothes, Trench tells him to put the briefcase down and get some rest so they can continue Richard's training in the morning. Back in New York City, Spider-Man finally has a chance to return to the Daily Bugle with the photos he took of the siege of Fisk Tower. He thinks about all the things that have been keeping him busy because it's like, what, 2 weeks later? Between his recently returned parents, spending time with his wife, boy, this is the first chance he has had to come back to the Daily Bugle. He kind of wishes that his doppelganger from the Infinity War was around to pick up some of the slack, but recalls how it was dragged off into the sewers by the Death Spawn. See last episode.
Yikes.
Changing to Peter Parker, the hero goes down to Joe Robertson's office. However, Joe isn't interested in any of Peter's photos since he rushed out on him during the siege on Fisk Tower. Peter decides to leave before things get too heated. As Peter steps out of the office, he runs into his wife, Mary Jane. As he kisses her, he's kind of disgusted because she was smoking.
We get it, kids. We get it.
That PSA is coming.
Yeah, no.
Feeling called out, Lil?
I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I traded it in for the real Mary Jane.
That's right, kids.
It's medicinal.
Smoked a doobie.
Got a prescription and everything.
Yes, it's medicinal, so she doesn't kill somebody.
Basically.
Once they have left, Betty Brant is glad they have finally gone because she doesn't want anyone to see her having a secret rendezvous with Joe Robertson.
Slut. No, I'm kidding. We don't slut shame in this house.
Yeah, they try to set this up where it looks like Robbie's having an affair, but no, they're basically tracking down.
I mean, with her track record, to be fair.
Oh, burn! Oh, that's right, man. She was trying to get that Peter when she was still married to Ned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for Peter.
Betty Brant's motto.
I'm here for Peter.
No, really, truly.
Hey-oh. That's her medicine.
I'm here for
Nice.
Peter.
Nice.
That shot of vitamin D, Lilith Hellfire. That shot of penicillin.
Getting that penal code in order.
Where does Betty Brant live? A penal colony.
You know she does.
Hey-oh.
Well, she did try to join a cult, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most cults are sex cults. Just saying.
Hey-oh.
Statistically, it's true.
Just ask Allison Mack.
Well, even the Waco cult, technically. Just saying.
Well, I mean, if you're that evil to start a cult, and you have all these people in your command, I guess.
Yeah, there's only going one way.
The powers go. Hey-oh. Whoa, what? It's only going one way. What?
Yeah, that could only end in one situation, honestly. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Never forget.
And the butt is fine.
Whoa! I mean, no judgments.
No, but Lilith Hellfire's cult would be.
And I look as good as I do, no matter how old I am, and I date younger men.
Great work if you can get it.
What?
Great work if you can get it.
She's looking for some good. She's looking for some good men. Even though they're on the same team, Lilith loves that stiff competition. Oh God. We get like one page of. Meanwhile, in the sewers beneath the city, the spider doppelganger tries to fight off a swarm of rats that are trying to eat him. Suddenly, from his wounds emerged two of the death spawn that were hiding inside. Hail.
Yikes.
Yeah. Later, we're still getting fallout from that Spirits of Venom. Later, Spider-Man is scouring the city trying to pick up the spider tracer he planted on Blood Rose earlier. I love it's been like 2 weeks and Blood Rose still hasn't found that damn spider tracer.
Real dumb.
Meanwhile, at the Foreigner's headquarters, one of his cyber warriors returns after seemingly eliminating Blood Rose. However, when the Foreigner admits the warrior into his office, it turns out it is Blood Rose in disguise who has come to eliminate the Foreigner for trying to kill him. Look, it's a horse.
Of course.
A Trojan horse. Oh god, I don't need a history of spider doppelganger. Oh yes, kids.
Short-lived.
And of course, kids. Unfortunately, yes, we see the Twin Towers at some point in this, because it is 1993.
It's only like right after the first time they tried to blow it up.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a Ben Rally story from a Spider-Man Unlimited. Well, Peter and Ben are both in it, but yeah, one of the stories we covered early on the Sausage Fest was terrorists were trying to blow up the World Trade Center.
Which it was like a true thing for a good long
time.
time.
Yeah.
So
I think they even mentioned in the story. It's like, oh yeah, someone already tried to do this.
I mean, it's a weird flex, but okay.
Wow.
It's like it's not even that cool. Well, yeah.
They're like, it's a giant symbol.
Cool.
They're like,
yeah, giant phallus.
Giant symbol. Yeah. You know all about knocking down those giant towers, huh, Lilith? Hail.
And I do.
Hail. No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Phil's fighting his intrusive thoughts.
Gobble gobble.
Uh,
It was just a really nice package.
I mean, the swords are drawn as the next one, so I'm just saying.
Look how big it is.
Kind of apropos, if you ask me, but...
Talking about meat, so natural for Lilith.
Oh, shove it! High Priest of Sausage, just shove it.
Sausage!
yes, kids, she's arguing with drops. God.
Won't be the first time, ain't gonna be the last time.
Oh my god, when you're here, I could be like, here, you want to press your own drop?
No. I mustn't.
You want to? Oh, you're okay. That's on 30. You don't want to click your own drop? Oh my!
I don't know whether to be excited or horny or both.
Yeah, I think the world would implode, honestly. So I mustn't. I wonder if my wrist is ready for that. It's too much power.
All right. Part 3, Web of Spider-Man number 99.
So close.
We did 69.
No, 100.
Oh, okay. See, maybe I stopped myself before I said we did 69 already. I'm just waiting.
Justin's gonna fall off his chair on that one.
I know. I'm just waiting for it. I don't know who's gonna email me quicker, him or Ray, to be like, I need that drop, please. Yes, kids. The title, The Swords Are Drawn. Same creative team.
This is what I mean. Web of Spider-Man's not my favorite. It gets so weird so quickly. It's like, who are these people and what are they doing?
I'll wait for next week. It's gonna get even weirder.
I know. Like, I've never been a huge fan of. I always preferred the regular book, Amazing, to anything. Although Spectacular's pretty good. But like the team up books and Web, never been a big fan.
The 90s just had an effect on Web. It just kept getting weirder and weirder.
It's like, who'd you get? It feels like somebody went to go visit Grant Morrison and did an ayahuasca trip.
Oh my.
I'm just saying, a mini one, a mild one.
After a failed attempt on his life, Bloodrose has come to the Foreigner to learn who hired the Master Assassin to eliminate him. However, the Foreigner was prepared for this, and when Bloodrose opens fire, he actually hits a massive mirror. The Foreigner couldn't tell you were that close, you couldn't tell it was a mirror. The Foreigner tries to ambush him.
Not very smart.
Oh yeah, we want to mask him. We'll see he's not. But Bloodrose manages to dodge this attack. However, the battle is a stalemate because the Foreigner's office is protected by bulletproof furniture and bulletproof screens. Oh, I saw. You know what I saw on the internet?
Same.
Yeah, I bet. No, I saw this thing on the internet yesterday. It was so cool. I guess the 3M company, I guess they make like bulletproof glass and stuff. They have like a glass like box at a bus stop in Canada. They filled it with $3 million cash. They said, if you can break this, the money.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're backing up putting their money where their mouth is. They're like, yeah, if you can break this bulletproof glass,
That's only like $5 American. Who cares? I'm kidding. Actually, the Canadian dollar is pretty close to the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar has beat the euro for the first time in like forever. Or was it the euro, or was it the actual British pound? I think it was the actual British pound, which is even more impressive because the euro is actually not that great. Hasn't been that great for like last decade.
Dead presidents, animal
I'm
money.
still pissed they took away the lira in Italy, okay? I will forever be pissed. It's a whole thing. I used to collect foreign money, so it's like a whole thing. The euro's ugly. So ugly. Australia has the best money. I'm just saying. Australia and Canada, best money.
Oh, you want those drop bear dollars.
Drop bear dollars.
I was gonna say, man, the dead presidents, animal money, it's all down.
Scented washable money, it's perfect.
Oh my. Scented money?
Yeah, Canada and Australia both have scented money, so
with this economy, I know what it smells like. That's when Spider-Man comes crashing through the window. There's their classmaker's like, yes, my kid can finish the college.
That kid's got a PhD at this point.
He got 6 PhDs. He's Sam Beckett.
Nice. Stay tuned for Quantum Leap on Salty and Petty.
That's right, man. Gonna come out of the gate with that. All right. Having tracked Blood Rose via a spider tracer the idiot couldn't find for 2 weeks. This distracts the foreigner long enough for Blood Rose to toss a grenade under his bulletproof screen. Hale.
Where's Bruno Mars when you need him?
Ah, nice. What, is he gonna throw himself on the grenade, or is he locked out of heaven? Or is he locked out of heaven?
Either way.
When the explosive goes off, Hale, Spider-Man webs Blood Rose to a nearby wall and goes to the foreigner to get him aid. Getting a closer look, he discovers that this isn't the real foreigner, but one of his agents in disguise. So it was a guy in a rubber mask behind mirrors.
Oof, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Foreigner should be embarrassed, but then it's like, oh, well, Blood Rose fell for it. Rubber mask and mirrors. What is this little Hellfire's dating life?
Never mind you.
I was waiting for it to say it's not rubber, it's latex.
I don't have a latex allergy, so
it's a leather suit. Well,
that escalated quickly. Talking about meat is so natural for Lilith.
Wait. Talking about meat is so natural for Justin.
Boom!
Come on, Ray and Russell.
I guess that Noel send me one.
No, I invented that, you dick.
No, you invented Kingpin's titties. Still, the man is seriously wounded. The Spider-Man quickly leaves with the man over his shoulder in order to get him to a hospital. With Spider-Man gone, Blood Rose frees himself and begins looking for the information he was searching for before security arrives. Well, yeah, what do you have, like a Velcro suit or something? I'm like, does that work with Kevlar? Does that work with Kevlar?
Don't think too hard about it. Remember, it's Marvel. We have nanotechnologies and unstable molecules. It's fine.
He had wait, you shot him? I thought he was wearing Kevlar. I hit him right in the Velcro. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later. So this story's taken like at least a month.
They're dragging it.
Do you think they're doing it just because there's multiple books? So it's like, okay, we're taking another 2 week break. They didn't have any like editor's notes, but it's like, oh, well, that whatever's happening in Amazing's happening in that 2 weeks. Whatever's happening in Spectacular is happening in that 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it might be 100, but I know at some point he mentioned something about Venom and stuff. Or was that last month? I don't know.
Nobody knows. It's okay.
Yes. 2 weeks later, Mary Jane has come to Aunt May's house in Forest Hills to see if Aunt May or Peter's parents have seen her husband. They haven't seen him recently, and Richard and Mary suspect he may be out with one of his friends. Hale. When Mary Jane is invited to stay for breakfast, she says she has to go because she has to discuss a career opportunity that popped up. As she finishes telling this lie, Mary Jane heads out, lighting a cigarette as she goes. Mary Jane then takes a cab to Betty Brant's apartment. Uh-oh.
You tell it, sister.
She is a cat fight.
Stay away from my husband.
She is about to get upset when she sees the silhouette of a man putting on his jacket from Betty's living room window. However, she is relieved when it turns out to be Joe Robertson.
Ooh.
He tells Mary Jane that he sent Peter upstate on a photo assignment. Watching from the window, Betty is impressed with how Joe handled the situation. Which one?
Nice.
But I'm just like, why is... this is for the sake of drama, but because I'm like, why would Mary Jane be like, oh, where's Peter at? Because if you can't find him, it's usually, oh, hey, he's being Spider-Man. Right?
I mean, initially, yeah.
Drama.
Exactly. Mary Jane is the drama, to be fair.
I'm telling you, Peter, she's a supervillain, damn it.
She knew all along.
That'd be funny if they revealed that and Mary Jane's just like, I told you that.
Never liked that woman. Yeah.
That night, Mary Jane finds Peter at home, Hale. Just like Lilith.
I was going to say, relatable.
And she tells him about this strange encounter with Joe Robertson. Peter thinks that it's Joe and Betty's business and they should stay out of it. Mary Jane then tells Peter about the job opportunity she has. She tells him that secret hospital needs more publicity shots. Peter isn't sure if he can take the job with his hectic schedule. When Mary Jane
he's not good at his job anyway, so
I don't care about the rest of those people, and I get to take naked shots of you at home anyway, so what's the point?
Exactly.
When Mary Jane turns on the television, they catch a news report about the man that Spider-Man brought to the hospital and how he was murdered.
There's been a murder
in the hospital.
The secret hospital.
No. This was just a general killing.
Nice.
Thank you. General Hospital. There's your drop. All right. Peter quickly begins to change into Spider-Man, telling his wife that he needs to deal with this before he takes on more responsibilities as Peter Parker. As the wall crawler climbs out the window, of course, Mary Jane lights up a cigarette. That's right. These days, she always has to have one of those butts in her mouth.
Ew.
Seeing this, Peter's worried about how much Mary Jane has been smoking to cope with the stress of their marriage.
Finally, he blames himself for something that he's actually right about.
Well, cut back on being Spider-Man and stay away from that hussy Betty Brant. He puts this out of his mind as he needs to focus on picking up the trail on Bloodrose at the Foreigner's headquarters. If there's a more 90s sentence, I don't know what it is. I guess it may be if Wolverine and the Punisher were in there, maybe.
Oof.
As he webs up the security cameras, the wall crawler is suddenly ambushed by our old new friend, the Eel, and Blitz.
Yikes. Hey, play my drop.
Well, oh, yes. That's right, kids, because we recently talked about the eel over on the DW Now.
Lubricated eels are the best. Didn't think that would come in handy so soon, but there it is.
You didn't think that lubricated eel was going to come in handy, little Hellfire? Yeah, but the eel and Blitz. Spider-Man tries to stop them by shoving Blitz into the eel. But this has little effect since both use electrical powers and are grounded against each other's powers. Science? He learns that the pair are part of the group that hired the Foreigner to eliminate Bloodrose. After dealing with the two villains, Spider-Man comes to a dead stop when the mutant criminal known as Vanisher teleports in.
90s.
Oh, it's getting worse. The Vanisher teleports in with Dragon Man, the Super Adaptoid, and a Dreadnought into the battle. and was having a garage sale.
This is borderline cringe at this point.
Robots. Again, I think he even says, like, Aim and Hydra are having a garage sale. While on lest we forget, while on a Caribbean island, Richard Fisk has continued his recovery and training under the tutelage of the mysterious man known as Trench. When Trench comes back from one of his hunting expeditions, Fisk tells Trench that he intends to return to New York tomorrow. Trench insists that nobody can leave this island. However, Fisk has other plans, revealing that he found Trench's motorboat and stole one of the power gloves he has been stashing on the island.
Motorboat. Nice.
Wrap your head around that, kids.
In the arms of the
But he finds one of his power gloves, so yeah, Trench is spending all the time playing Nintendo on the island. Remember that 90s, kids? I know you remember that, Ray. Justin, come on. He quickly incapacitates Trench and leaves in the boat. I'm on a boat. Trench is horrified that this weapon is going to be brought back to New York City and rushes back to his tent. Despite the fact he's on the island pitching a tent, kids. Despite the fact that the fates are working against him, he puts on his costume so that Nightwatch can recover the stolen weapon. So that's right, kids. It's the 90s. We've spawned a new character.
I see what you did there.
Well, back in New York, Blood Rose is taking the opportunity to go over the information on the new enforcers and why they are trying to kill him. He has decided that it is time to abandon the identity of Blood Rose and reclaim his rightful position as the real Richard Fisk.
Yawn.
That's right, kids. 2 Richard Fisks. What's going on?
Yawn.
I remember reading this first time. I'm like, what in the holy hell?
It's like, slow down, you're doing too much, bud. I don't know who needs to hear this, but that was so extra.
Is this a robot? Is one of them a robot sent by the chameleon? Oh wait, no, never.
That's another story, but
Yeah, we weren't even there yet at this point. Boy. All right, so should we get to 100 and wrap this mess up as best we can?
wrap it up.
We got 2 Richard Fisks. We got the
2
enforcers.
dicks are better than 1. You're welcome.
Mayo. Oh boy. Let's go and scan. Anyway, that's right, kids. A pull in each hand. Hell.
That's
right,
not
so
how I die. I don't want to die at all. I'm gonna be immortal.
Oh my. She wants to see the Eiffel Tower before she dies, kids. And for those of you who don't get that joke, thank God. You should thank God you don't. All right, so I'm gonna try to wrap all this up in Web of Spider-Man number 100. Yes, that's right, kids. Spider armor, foil cover, yes. Shiny green.
They just don't make them like they used to back in the 90s. 100 meant something. You had foil covers. You had all kinds of different covers. It was really cool to grow up in the 90s. I mean, it's what broke the comic book industry for a while, but it was still cool when you didn't know the consequences of it. So
now we just do variants.
So many variants.
Although
at least give me a foil cover. Like, come on.
Although DC, besides those 90s variants, they're doing some foil covers. Is that this month?
They're bringing back foils for sure. But just as a limited hang, you know?
Well, if it sells.
I would like to see it standard practice, honestly.
If it sells, I mean, DC will do more. And then if it sells good enough, Marvel will probably jump on that bandwagon.
Ain't no DC book that stop Batman doing
You know
Marvel
what? You know what? You know what they need to put variant cover, like the foil covers and stuff on. I mean, they keep, at least Marvel keeps doing like these, miniseries on the '90s stuff. It's like put them there.
Yeah, definitely.
Steer into that skid.
It's not even a skid. It's just good business because young
Yeah,
kids
I'm
are
just
just
saying.
well,
If
either
you're
A, they're pirating it, or B, they're doing webtoons.
if you're telling '90s stories, put some '90s covers on them.
Exactly.
Pirates.
But we've
arr!
lost so many great '90s people too. That's just like, oh.
I know. Keep losing more. All right. Well, speaking of foil covers, Web of Spider-Man number 100.
Giant
Total War.
sized.
That's right. And the dramatic conclusion to my enemy's enemy.
There's been nothing dramatic about this, but okay.
And okay, Total War. Again, Kavanaugh's writing it. Again, they knew Web 100. The only artist on this, Alex Seviuk. Inker Joe Rubenstein, colors Bob Sharon. Yeah, letterers still Dutro, and then editors Rob Tokar and Danny Fingeroff. But yeah, they knew 100, man. Bring the Saviok. Spider-Man is at a standstill when Dragon Man, Super Adaptoid, and Dreadnought, when Vanisher, Eo, and Blitz appear, trying to blast Spider-Man. Hell, he dodges and deals with the androids. All right, let's see Lilith Hellfire get through this next sentence with a straight face. While riding Dragon Man, Spider-Man places a spider tracer on him and tries to get back to the foreigner's office.
Somebody get Richard Rider on the phone immediately.
Don't you have a passport in that name?
Again, it's Kelly Puckett.
And I know Richard is a man's name, but come on. Oh my God. I'm not saying she could stay on the mechanical bull for hours, kids, but no. Where foreigner's office, yeah. Elsewhere, Richard Fisk is in his rose garden. Get it? I heard after this story, Melania ripped it out.
Ew.
Ew.
Oh, please, please, please. Don't put it in the atmosphere. He's running again and I feel sick.
Why do we want to lose her? He already lost. Why do we want to lose her?
He didn't lose. They stole the election, Phil, first of all.
And is he going to have to run as an independent? Because, I mean, I think the Republicans...
Yeah, the Republicans finally boxed him out. But, honestly...
After the last election...
Hot take. I'd rather have Trump than DeSantis as a Floridian. Hot take. It's a hot take, but it might be true.
Damn, DeSantis is that bad?
So bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I think after this last election, the Republicans are like, yeah, no, we're fine, Trump. No. But yeah, Richard is in his rose garden recounting how hard he has fought to keep others from inheriting his father's empire.
But he really doesn't even really want it. That's the gag.
I think he
doesn't. He just doesn't want anybody else to have it.
No, he just wants to burn it to the ground. Yeah.
Exactly.
Love me now, Daddy.
Daddy issues are the worst.
I know. Ayo.
Not that I know, but.
She's like, I just need one with mommy issues. Hail.
Exactly.
Cutting through waves on a speedboat. Alfredo Morelli, now calling himself the Gauntlet.
Oh my God, it just keeps getting worse. How does it keep getting worse?
Swears his vengeance on former friend Richard Fisk. I love how it's like, what should my new name be? I stole a glove.
Exactly.
I've had this glove for 5 whole minutes.
Stan would be so proud. You keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly.
Excelsior.
Meanwhile, on a darkened street, a carjacker tries to get a lady's car. Nightwatch comes out of the shadows and takes care of the carjacker. Then mentions that his all right, someone wrote this wrong. That his animated Cape can sense the energy surges of his stolen glove. Or is it Cape costume? Because someone put clock here.
Come on, Wikipedia. Get your heads out of your butt.
Clock, I said.
With an L.
Well,
Clock-a-doodle-doo!
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I was going to say, Lilith can always sense those animated surges in that. Yes.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Ah.
Things in common, cannabis and comics and other things Strauss would see.
Champagne, caviar.
Oh, boy. Later at Empire State University, here we go. Peter is working in the science lab trying to make up some of his lab work. When being stressed, he breaks a test tube and calls it a night. Who's he, Little Hellfire? He then returns later that night when everyone has gone home and designed some new webbing and something that will help protect him against the new enforcers.
We're not going to talk about the damage Human Torch did in Fantastic Four 370.
Yeah.
373. What an idiot. He's an absolute knob, man.
And if you want to know that whole story, kids, I believe we're going to do that on Marvel Tales sometime in 2023. So,
ooh, looking forward to it. That's a great story, honestly.
That's a Justin request, so yeah.
Oh, a man of distinction and good taste. Not that I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah, we pretty much planned out the year because I'm like, let's do this. And he's like, oh, good idea. How about we do this one? I'm like, oh, okay, good idea. And we would just throw it out. So, yes, kids.
Marvel Tales is going to be lit, boy.
Oh, especially that week, Kale.
Hell.
Nightwatch visits the dock that Gauntlet destroyed. While Gauntlet breaks into Richard Fisk's base, and lastly, Blood Rose arrives at the new Enforcer's mansion. Blood Rose is ambushed by Dragon Man, Super Adaptoid, and Dreadnought, but sets off an interface signal jammer that causes the androids to fight amongst themselves.
This sounds like this should be a S.H.I.E.L.D. issue. Like, this is too much tech for Spider-Man. Although, you got Doc Ock and the Rhino, so and to an extent, Scorpion. Maybe, I don't know. It seems like a bit much, though.
A lot of 90s comics at this point, especially Marvel, they were trying to throw like more tech stuff in.
For toys, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because didn't they do a figure for this spider armor?
I'm pretty sure.
Somewhere, I think they did, yeah. Continuing forward, oh yeah, you know why? Because it showed up for 2 seconds in the animated series too. So, yeah. Continuing forward, Blood Rose is then stopped by the new Enforcer's outer circle and bound by Plant Man's vines.
Plant Man. Say you wanted Poison Ivy and Plastic Man to have a baby. Just say it.
Hey-oh. I don't want to be part of no club though to have Plant Man as a member.
Exactly. Smoke the
What?
DB.
What? Oh, well, that, and I was gonna say,
Smoke the doobie.
Where does he get his powers from? Fertilizer. Spider-Man swings.
Manure.
Manure. It was at this point she said she had a boyfriend, right?
Hit the button. It's a Seinfeld reference.
Oh, yes. Costanza. It's Spider-Man.
We don't mean John.
Well, yes. Serenity now. Spider-Man swings to the rescue wearing a new pseudo-metallic composite armored suit.
I bet he does.
Ew. Unfortunately, it looks like a metal hockey suit. Unfortunately, with each consecutive encounter with a member of the outer circle, seem to be putting reference on that outer circle. The armor grows weaker until Spider-Man is one-on-one with
Was that like belly button?
Whoa. Then what's the inner circle of hellfire?
I think you know. I think the pants come off next.
All right, here we go. I know what that inner circle is. Okay, hold on.
Superior puss.
I mean, Bertie Brant did show up, so you know.
Wow. Oh, we need an evil puss.
Superior puss.
Evil puss, but isn't it all at one time or another, kids?
I
Hey,
was gonna say it's kind of the same thing. It's fine.
rampaging monster. Hello, hellfire. taking what it wants and leaving a pile of dead bodies behind it. Hello, hellfire. But yeah, until Spider-Man is one-on-one with Thermite. Spider-Man is caught by Thermite.
Thermite? Oh my god.
I know some of the, like Blitz and Thermite, I believe, were made up for this story, but is caught by Thermite's cold blast, and as Spider-Man breaks free, the armor shatters.
Conveniently.
As Spider-Man fights for his life, Gauntlet arrives to challenge Bloodrose. Gauntlet is no longer clinging to his Richard Fisk identity. He let that dick go. Lil's like, I cannot relate to that.
It served its purpose. It can go now. No, I totally get it.
Wow! There's the door. As the old friends fight, Bloodrose recounts how he had his friend Alfredo Morelli undergo plastic surgery to look like Richard Fisk as part of their plan to shut down the Kingpin's empire.
That's some friend. I think that they were more than friends personally. For if he went that far for him, but that's none of my business. People can come out at their own time that they want to.
Well, it was those. Remember, there was that tight group between those two and Ned Leeds.
Exactly. Makes no damn sense.
Oh my god.
No, don't. I know where you're going.
What? About how
Don't
Ned
tell
was...
me you think somebody else really Ned had the plastic surgery.
Oh no. I was gonna say so Betty was like Ned's beard or something.
I mean, bisexuality exists. It's fine.
Yeah, but they didn't acknowledge that in comics in 1993.
Touche.
How they barely referenced a gay couple.
They were roommates.
I told you, man. JMD Mateus, Captain America in the 80s. I was telling Will. Steve Rogers' old friend Arnie Roth showed up. You know, who he'd been friends with in childhood, and Arnie had a roommate named Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
They always had to call him his roommate.
And they were the best of friends, as history likes to reference it. Like, they slept in this. They were the best of friends. Okay. They're buried next. They were the best of friends.
They were very close. Yeah.
Interconnected, one might say.
Oh, super connected.
I'm on
Flip,
chance.
flip.
In the butt is fine.
Anyway,
See, now that was a super connected moment right there.
Wow. Suddenly, Nightwatch arrives.
Justin's on the floor laughing right now, and it's okay.
As if this wasn't 90s enough. Suddenly, Nightwatch arrives on the scene to recover his power.
No reason.
No, to recover his power glove from Gauntlet. His Nintendo game has been off since he lost it. Bloodrose has.
To be fair, I think they only made 3 games that worked with the power glove or something. So yeah, he's like, yeah.
They had that, and they had that pad. You
Yeah, I had the walking pad. Yeah,
my cousin had that. Oh, craziness!
Duck
Kids, you
Hunt,
don't know
the world's first person shooter.
Yes. If you missed one of them damn ducks, that dog came up and just laughed in your face.
Oh, Pugsley!
I don't want to say it triggered Lilith Hellfire, but now she looks at those dogs like, "Don't you laugh at me?"
That's why I don't have hunting dogs. They're all lazy dogs.
Blood Rose is Gauntlet in his sights, but shoots Nightwatch instead. Knowing that Blood
As you
Rose
should.
knowing that Blood Rose would try and escape via the trees on the property, Spider-Man rigs up spider webs to slow down Blood Rose. Nightwatch takes care of Gauntlet as Spider-Man handles Blood Rose and unmasks him, only to find out he's Richard Fisk. The cops come and take care of Gauntlet and Richard Fisk. They apologize to Mr. Graycrest for the trouble on his property. He dismisses the cops and returns to his mansion, where the new enforcers, the Inner Circle, are gathered.
Suck it, Outer Circle.
So, well, yeah, that's that's why there was losers like Plant Man. It's like, yeah, Plant
Fodder,
Man, the eel.
cannon fodder. We get it.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. The dog from Dog's Hunt name is just Dog? That's lame.
Who
I
named him?
always called him
Daryl Dixon?
Pugsley.
Who's that? Daryl Dixon? Oh man, I should live tweet that on Sunday because the final episode of the regular Walking Dead series is this Sunday.
Aw. Yeah, they got like 2 more spinoffs, right?
Well, I think it's going to be 3 now.
Holy crap.
Well, there's the Daryl one. I think the Negan and Maggie ones might only be like 6 or 8 episodes or something. Where they
How did Maggie get stuck with Nick? You know what? One day I will watch all the Walking Dead now that it's coming to it. I could just binge it like I binged The Office.
And then
just
I think
my brain some more.
And I don't know. I thought they were talking about doing a series of movies, but I don't know if it's going to be a series now. But they're finally going to get that back to what happened to Rick Grimes and Michonne, because she went looking for him.
Oh, that's how they got rid of the black lady. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Or I think she wanted to leave. That's what it is. I think they would.
Well, yeah, she's doing Black Panther and a couple other things. Like,
I got the feeling where it's like, no, she wanted to leave. It was, I think they would have clung.
As long as it was her choice, I'm fine with it.
Especially after Rick left, I think they were like, no, any of those main people wanted to stay. They're like, no. So yeah, she just abandoned his daughter and went looking for him.
Oof.
That's right, kids. And Judith got shot. Is she dead? Guess we'll find out.
I hope they don't Glenn it.
What's in the last episode? You really can't Glenn it.
To be continued in Italian comic book. Is that a little too close to home? Arrowverse? My bad.
Oh, wait. So we have all those spinoffs, and then Fear the Walking Dead will be back.
Is the Beyond one done?
Yeah, that was only 2 seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but so 3 spinoffs and Fear the Walking Dead. So yeah, AMC, man, they're farmers. I see them. They're milking that thing.
I mean, I'm just like, babes. You've got the Vampire Chronicles universe. We can get rid of all that Walking Dead crap, and there are so many Anne Rice books we could do shows on. Hello.
And
Hello.
The Mayfair Witches, is that good? I never read those books.
The first 2 are a little rough, and they like really don't even interconnect. I think until like the 5th or 6th book, but like it depends on if you like witches.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things. If you're a witch person, you like it. And then when they cross over, it does feel a little superfluous, but it's fun. I will say that the crossover is super fun. So.
Oh my. Do you want to get to the Nightwatch backup story?
If you feel like it's necessary.
I saw a continuity note where I didn't even know about it at a later date. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Empire State.
Talk about it.
Well, first the origin of Nightwatch. Empire State University is having a graduation ceremony where Mrs. Ashley Croy is introducing the youngest department head at ESU, Dr. Kevin Trench.
With a last name like that.
He gives a brief speech about. He gives a brief speech after the ceremony. They walk off together and talk about the future. Ashley tells Kevin that this time next week she'll be in Paris working for Morelli.
Seeing that Eiffel Tower, huh?
Wow! Wait a minute. What was Alfredo's last name?
Morelli, yeah.
And now we're talking about Morelli Pharmaceuticals.
Exactly.
Then the 2 share a kiss. We are taken to a week later when they're at the
later. Take a drink
No,
at that point.
this one's only a week later. Yeah. What happened in that week?
Some say they're still kissing at that airport.
I think the pants come off next.
Very hard, very tempting.
Oh my.
That's a mouthful.
They're saying their goodbyes. As Kevin is walking away, a portal opens and he is assaulted by an invisible fist. Hell.
Worst nightmare ever.
Better a fist out of a portal than into one, huh?
Touche, my good sir. Touche.
Then another portal opens up and Nightwatch comes out from it and uses his vision to see the assailants. One escapes back into the portal. Jeez. So Nightwatch's origin. He comes out of a portal.
Yep, that's about right.
Nightwatch then dies and Kevin removes the Nightwatch mask and sees himself from the future.
What is this, the Flash?
And in his hand is a newspaper clip from a future event. Cops breeze past him and he questions what's going on. He puts on this suit and finds out that Ashley's plane has been hijacked. Nightwatch tries to save the day, but fails when an altercation in the cargo room leads the hijackers.
Yeah, you're not Supergirl, bud. You're not
to shoot
saving
the
planes.
I know, to shoot the fuselage, making the plane explode in midair. With the loss of his love and not knowing how to handle the costume, he moves to a deserted island and lives there in peace until Alfredo Morelli, who would become Gauntlet, washes up on the shore, which made him return to New York and protect the city as Nightwatch.
And we never heard from him again.
Yeah, the Human Torch thing you mentioned was Fantastic Four 373. Okay, this is the thing I didn't know about.
Yeah, it spiraled out of control indeed.
I'm gonna have to read this because I think he didn't get a miniseries in the 90s, but I'm gonna have to read this. It is later revealed in She-Hulk Volume 3, number 12, that Nightwatch used to be a villain called Night Eater.
I bet. I would cast a spell to change my name too, to be fair. Giving it the old Spider-Man.
Night Eater, didn't we see that on Cinemax back in the day?
Ew.
He later cast a spell to change history so that he was known as a hero, Nightwatch. To date, how this affects the history of Nightwatch isn't clear. However, given the characters in this story who appear in the Nightwatch series, the events of the She-Hulk story likely occurred before he ended up on the deserted island. Clear.
I mean,
I'm a villain.
She's gonna do what she's gonna do.
I'm a villain. Let me cast a spell to become a hero. Oh, I'm gonna die in the future. Crap.
And that's what you get. That's what you get. What a tangled web we weave when we first set out to deceive, huh?
But really, Marvel? I mean, we had
to nothing. Somebody wanted a shekel. That's all.
We had to make the black guy the villain who had tried to change his origin.
It's the 90s. It's not much better in the 2020s, but it's fine.
Well, I guess in the 90s he had to be a black guy since we were ripping off Spawn.
Yeah, exactly. Todd McFarlane's just looking like, you sons of bitches. If I could sue, I would. But then they sue me, so I'm just going to be quiet.
He's going to come at us. He's going to come at us if we use Hell in the Origin. I know, time travel. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's better.
See, no similarities. Todd McFarlane. There's no S in his name. It's not hell. It's the future.
Well,
all right.
The future is hell. Oh man, where's my flying cars, man? Dude, I just knew by like 2010 we were gonna have flying cars. At least hoverboards, man, real hoverboards.
God, we can't get biofuel or electric cars, Hellfire. And you want like mass produced?
We do have electric cars that self-drive, but that's not the same thing. I should be living in the Jetsons. Bro, George Jetson was like born last year or something. Like, come on.
Too much
I
division.
knew George Jetson was a Gen Z. I knew it.
Oh no, there's gonna be some kind of cartoon or comic where it's like the darker version
Well,
of the Jetsons.
shoot, Seth MacFarlane has been trying to do a new Family Guy and Jetsons for like a decade and a half at this point, and I don't know what's stalling. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Jeez.
Like, this is the perfect time for that because it was big in the '90s again, and now that the '90s were 30 years ago, it just kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, that was my my pant rant.
Oh my. Ram pants. Oh, I need a Justin to say, no, I invented that, you dick.
I invented that, you dick. Over a year ago, you dick.
All right, so what did you think of this 90s mess, Lilith?
90s messes and 90s. Like I said, the Web of Spider-Man I stayed away from for the most part. Every time I picked it up, it was just like craziness ensuing, and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna stick to the regular book.
Yeah, because Venom's always there.
Exactly. Especially when I was growing up, he was always there.
And again, if this mess wasn't enough for you, the very next month after this story is when Maximum Carnage picked the, start. So we went right,
Wow.
we jumped right.
That's actually a really good one, though. To be fair,
yeah.
Like Carnage, it was like the cash grab I've ever seen up until that point. But at least it was a good Like, it was good, and it still holds up.
I know, but it was like what, like 18 parts or something.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how it ended up that long, but
Hey-oh!
Well,
it went through all 4 Spider-Man books, and then they started that what is it, Spider-Man Unlimited or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Which turned out to be very limited.
Hey-oh. They got like 20-some issues out of that.
They were shooting for 100, and you know it.
Hey-oh. Well, it was the oversized one with a bunch of stories in it every month.
Yeah. That they could charge more money for, yeah.
I mean that made it the like Batman Urban Legends numbers.
Fair enough.
All right, running long, but Gold Goblin, did you read it?
I did, and I knew I was gonna hate it. No tea, no shade to the creators. It's unneeded, it's unnecessary, and it makes no sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Is this just, are we gonna push him back over the edge?
Of course. Call me when that happens.
Because he's being haunted by Gwen Stacy.
Like, let that go. Like, you guys retconned it, so just let it go. Like, stop reminding me that you retconned it, that you were scared to go through with it.
And at least he smacks around the newest version of Jack-O-Lantern. What is that, like the 7th version?
A big accomplishment.
I know. But I was like, is that like the 7th version? I mean, it's not.
Okay. Who's worse? Shocker or Jack-O-Lantern?
Jack-O-Lantern.
I don't know. It's a coin toss for me.
It's a mantle that's been passed down from the original Jack-O-Lantern, Jason Macendale. I
know. Trust me, I know. But I hate Shocker that much.
He wrote Macendale as Jack-O-Lantern wrote a pogo platform.
It was to sell toys. I can't judge. You know it was.
Macendale was bouncing on something.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
I mean, looking back, the pieces were all there, right, guys?
Big pumpkin head.
I kind of like the Jack-O-Lantern design more than any Hobgoblin design. I'll be controversial.
Ooh.
I'll be controversial, sure. Yeah, I like the design way better.
Oh, Russell.
Sorry, babes.
I gotta rub that one in.
I don't know. Jack-O-Lantern design is more aesthetically pleasing. Like, I don't know, like the whole...
Well, the
especially like with the Hobgoblin one, it's just like,
Hobgoblin's basically just a recolored Green Goblin with a cape.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Hobgoblin, but it's
like,
not.
I like a distinctive theme. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Goblin? Okay. Random?
Lilith wants that giant pumpkin head.
I mean, I'm just saying. I just think that the design choices are better. I'm not saying that it's a better character, but it's more aesthetically pleasing to look at for me.
Wait a minute. So is it canon then? If all the Jack-O-Lanterns wearing the giant pumpkin head, was Dwight Schrute one of the Jack-O-Lanterns?
You know what? Fine. Write it in. I'll take it. Crossover that we didn't know we needed.
Exactly. All
I
right.
mean, it was a box company. They need to ship them somehow, right?
It was a paper company.
Whatever. Paper, boxes, it's all the same.
Get your mind out of the box, Lilith Hellfire.
Oh, yeah. My mind was in the gutter, wasn't it?
What?
What?
I thought you had
My mind's
thought.
always in the gutter.
I know. Oh, did you want to drop to confirm that? Okay.
Lubricated eels are the best.
Oh.
Very hard, very tempting. Spread them out.
Ah.
I'm going to the hole on principle.
Hey. All right. So should we get out of here?
Bigger, harder, stronger.
Philip, give the kids the homework.
All right, kids. Only 3 more episodes of Ultimate Spider-Cast this year.
Send in your Thwippy awards.
Well, give us the categories, Lilith Hellfire.
They should know. It's like our 4th annual.
And kids, if you love the issues this episode, you're going to love next episode when we cover Web of Spider-Man 113 through 116. Who was Facade?
Oh, boy.
And more Betty Brant madness. Yes.
I'm telling you, if they don't go through with our Betty Brant idea, I'm going to be upset.
Although
somebody's got to be listening.
Although I believe 113 has some sexy bitches, Gambit and Felicia Hardy. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get it?
Hey-oh. And then yes, the not the last week of the year, but the week before, because the last week is always Twippies. But yes, the week after, in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the Sausage Fest. Me, Ray, and Dave will cover Spectacular Spider-Man 237, Spider-Man Unlimited 13, and Sensational Spider-Man number 8 for the last Sausage Fest of the year. And then, like I said, of course, the last week of the year, as always, this will be the 4th annual Thwippy Awards. That's right, 4 years, Lilith Hellfire Spider-Man.
Madness.
So send your thoughts and keep an eye on the social media for those Thwippy award categories. I think didn't Ray send them in last year and just filled it out all Spider-Woman?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. As was his right.
Mm-hmm. So don't let Ray dominate. Send in your thoughts, kids. Justin, Russell, hell, Noel, send in your thoughts.
He's an honorary.
Exactly. All right.
Make it official next year, Noel. Make that your New Year's Eve, your New Year's resolution.
Oh, yes. Oh, kids. Yeah. New Year's Eve, man. Sign up. We could do it anytime, but yeah, that'd be cool. All right. So, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Web of Spider-Man Facebook fan group. I think we're still hanging on right below 4,000. So help push us
over the edge, like Gwen Stacy.
Oh, nice. Oh, don't leave us dangling by a thread like Gwen Stacy. Oh man, in that Gold Goblin issue, was she a Canadian, man? She had that flappy head.
Oh, but her eyes weren't beady, so it's fine.
Well, she's dead. They might be.
They might be.
So follow all the social media, including for all the shows we do, so you get updates on everything we do, including the new stuff, Salty and Petty, Marvel Tales. Like I said, Justin and I will be over there talking stuff. That Fantastic Four we mentioned.
Shaking up the Capes and Lunatics podcast network a little.
I mean, the first month, I'm trying to remember what we're doing. Well, Genus fell. We're going to do some Cable and Deadpool, like their first appearances. Alpha Flight.
Ooh, nobody tell Jed McKay.
Oh, me and Ray, I had Ray invite him, but hey, can we get one episode, just do one episode of Alpha Flight with you? And Jed didn't get back to him. I'm like, I think that's the polite Canadian way of saying, yeah, F off. So stay tuned keep your eye on social media, the YouTube channel, everything, new stuff, old stuff, interviews is all going up on the YouTube. So smash that subscribe button so you see it all.
Smash
it.
And of course, the Patreon. Once again, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps. $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
It's not sick of us yet. And we're almost there with superhero movie brackets. Although by the time you hear this, we should have crowned our wiener. So yes, subscribe to the Patreon. Find out what is the worst superhero movie of all time. And as a patron, you will be able to vote on what we do in 2023 because Lilith Hellfire's demanded it. So
we kind of have some fun ideas. We can throw those out, and once those run out, you guys can pick your own or however you guys want to do it. But yeah, we were thinking about bringing back some of the classics, and you guys can vote on that and tell us the topics you want to hear. But just know that a lot of that stuff might already be salty and petty. So
yes,
be sure to listen to make sure your ideas aren't redundant.
I mean, we can bring back some Wade's World.
As soon as that movie hits, we were doing that anyway.
Yes. We could bring back some Quantum Zone. Or anything we did. Comic Capers.
I still say before the bet.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Do some Arrowverse.
I'd love to
stuff.
get the gang back together.
Yes. Does the show hold up still?
and most of all, I want to get Charlie and Zach back together for one episode.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I could make it happen if I wanted to.
Tail. How many young himbos have heard that? All right, so yes, the Patreon and pick yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekicks merch, or just make it rain on us. Rain random money on us in the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics.
Yeah.
Lilith Hellfire. Where can people? What?
Oh, I was gonna say, right now, as social media hellscape is in shambles, you can only find me on TikTok right now. Still working on the Tumblr, getting my bearings back. It's literally been like 6 years, so just bear with me. So for right now, just find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69, making all the comments and maybe some content, maybe some cool content, maybe Funko Pops. What did Phil see in the picture?
Either do the 6 or do the 9. I need that as a drop, please.
And also remember, if you join the Patreon, you get bonuses like this.
Suck it, Russell.
Don't you want an insulting personalized drop?
Exactly.
Talking about me is so natural for Ray.
Don't you want your own personalized drop like that? Yeah, you're gonna have to give me some Justins because I don't think you have any. You don't speak specifically about Justin. We're gonna have to change that.
Don't worry. It will. It'll happen naturally.
I can't wait to blow his mind. Is that a sentient tongue?
Save it for maximum carnage.
It's a giant-sized man thing.
Oh boy.
All right, so let's get out of here.
The big finish.
Jazz hands. Yeah, can't get it past me.
Psychedelic. All right, kids. Yes, come back next time for Who is Facade. In 2 weeks, we'll get your Sausage Fest again, and then we round out the year with the Thwippies.
Flip. The Thwippiest award show in town.
But until then, swing on back.
Thwip, and gobble.
Eels.